Traders, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Well, today I want us to get to look into a trade, and this is a trade that I took last week and yesterday. That is yesterday. It was on Monday. The trade hit my stop loss, and I want us to get to look into details, some of the mistakes that I did that trade, and of course the lessons that I can get from that particular trade. So we'll just go ahead and get to the charts. So what we're looking at right now, this is Gbpcad. You can see my stop loss was hit yesterday. That is around midday. So there are a couple of mistakes that I did in this trade, and this is exactly what I want us to get to look into. First of all, I will be having my checklist, what I get to look for before taking any trade, and whether I followed that all the way. First of all, for the past 1 month and a half, the market has been consolidating in higher time frame, and of course, the market haven't been following a trend. Sometimes you find some news they're released by Trump, and you get to see the entire market structure get to shift. So for that case, that was one of the things that I came into this trade with that mindset. The market has really been consolidating in high time frame between these two zones. You can see there's this zone. Let me change the color of this one, and these are we have this other zone over here. We have this one because the market has also been consolidating in this zone. So I came into the market with the mindset that since I saw some rejection from this zone, I was looking forward for this market to push all the way downwards to this other zone over here. And for that case, guys, that would be a counter trend trade. And there's that risk that comes with counter trend trades, which sometimes they don't proceed all the way to the TP. See the market shift, and of course, the market gets to change the direction. So that's exactly what happened. If we get to narrow down to a bit the daily time frame, you can see the market really tried to push a little bit. I was in profit for a while. Then there was this, of course, we had that break over the weekend. So I held this trade also all the way over the weekend. And when the market opened, that is yesterday on Monday, we saw some bullish momentum. Remember, once the month gets to close, the market sometimes may open some with some that is momentum to the opposite direction, and that's exactly what happened over here. Plus, we had also this zone over here, which was also an important factor to consider. You see, the market came to this point, touched this point, and of course, changed the direction. That is one of the risks that comes with counter trend trades, and it's something that I was aware while I was taking this trade. So for that case, I exposed myself with a small, that is, I put in place proper risk management, and I risked less than what I usually get to risk in normal trades. So we have a checklist here, and I want us to get to cross check whether we really followed it as I'm supposed to. So with the trend, I went against the trend. I was taking a counter trend trade, and I knew that before I was taking that. So for that case, if I was to trade with the trend, I was expected to wait for the market to break above this zone and proceed going up. But I was looking forward to for this market to keep bouncing as it has been doing for the past couple of weeks. So with the daily candlestick price action, since I took this trade over here, you can see if I get to zoom out this one so that you can get to see clearly. By the time I was taking this trade, you can see the market hadn't engulfed to the downside. So I saw bears coming in with some momentum. Then we had this pullback, and I took the trade as per the 4 hours time frame over here, somewhere over here. So you can see I saw some small profit before the market turning all the way around, and of course changing the entire direction. So for the case of the 4 hour price action, 4 hours time, that is price action, the market was making new lower lows. Even to a point I was looking, the market was looking like it was forming the head and shoulder pattern, and I was expecting the market to retest around this region over here, and potentially around somewhere here, retest of course, keep going down. But potential that was a probability that I was depending on. But considering the fact that I held this trade also over the weekend, it resulted to affecting this market in a big way because the market reversed and of course it keep pushing upward. So with the price action for the first time frame, the market was showing more potential to keep going down. But we have this aspect of the zone. Remember, the zones, they're very, very powerful. We have this zone which has been respected over and over for a while, and you can see the market came here, touched this area, and of course failed to break the downside, which is something that sometimes in trading it do happen, and all you just need to do is to accept, and of course keep trading, keep trading as you're supposed to do, and you get to do that consistently without changing your trading strategy. So we had the aspect of the zone, and for the case of the entry, I was supposed to wait for the market at least a daily time frame to form a bearish engulfing candle below a zone, then wait for a breakout and retest below the zone for the first time frame, as well as for the first to close their bearish engulfing candle before continuing to the downside. So that this didn't happen, and that's a mistake I did. And for that case, I would say for sure this is a trade that it was a necessary loss. I broke almost all my rules, but all I just need to do is to learn from that loss and to keep moving forward, and of course put in place proper risk management. So hopefully you have learned something from this trade that I took a loss. Remember, this is a channel whereby we get to have 100% transparency and of course give you updates on the progress that you are making. So this is was another trade added to my losing streak, but hopefully we're in a new month, and we hope for this month will be a great one, and I'll be keeping you posted on the progress that I make on my end. So if you're a trader out there, talk to me in the comment section. Sure enough, I really, really appreciate to hear from you. How was the month of May? How was your experience? And of course, with the volatility coming from that is news, how has it affected you? So talk to me in the comment section, and of course, I look forward to seeing you in our next one.